welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing a quick birthday get ready with me. I wanted to try out a bunch of new products that I got my hands on. They're actually not new, but they're new to me. As you guys know, I focus more on luxury products, but then after a lot of requests, I actually went and purchased a bunch of affordable products. If you guys have seen my haul video, I'm going to be using some of the products from that haul. So I am pretty excited for this video because this video is also going to be a Q&A video. I'm going to be answering some of your questions that I got on my Instagram and some of some generic questions that you may have, some questions that were out here on comments. I have everything collated here. I actually haven't done a Q&A video ever on my channel, and I feel like right now my channel is growing and there are a lot of new people coming onto my channel, so I would love for them to know me a little bit more. So it's like a get to know me kind of a Q&A video, and what better time than my birthday to talk about this. So yeah, let's just get started. I have a bunch of products here lined up. You guys must have seen my haul, and so I'm just gonna dig into this and start off with whatever. Already prepped my face, but I have been loving this minimalist Sepi Calm Oat Moisturizer. This is a very affordable option. It retails for about 349 rupees, but you can get it on Nykaa on a discounted price. And yeah, I mean, it's been working so well for me, and I feel like squalene, it has squalene in it, and I feel like squalene is a good ingredient for me because I have dry skin. Also use it in the nights as a night mask, as a sleeping mask almost, and it has been working really well. Before I start off with the first question, I'm going to talk about the foundation that I'm going to be using today. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This is the Matte+Poreless foundation. I've had so many people requesting me to use this foundation. I got this in the number 338 actually, if you've seen my haul. I feel like it's a little dark for me, but it's a little dark for me because I used to use 330, and then the best part is that it comes with a pump now, and I have used this in the past, and I haven't used it off late. So I'm just gonna take some at the back of my hand and start with applying it. So the first question I have here is, how old are you? I'm actually turning 32, and I was born in 1989, and I just scraped through the most legendary generation, the 80s. I absolutely adore the 80s. I love 80s music. 80s rock is one of my favorite genres, and yeah, I was born in 89 and I am 32 years old. So yeah, that's the first question. I'm just gonna blend all of this out with the blurring foundation brush from Smashbox. The next question is, what is your qualification? And I think, what is your job as well? So I have a master's degree in communication and media studies. It's an MA in communication and media studies, including journalism and research. I studied at Central University of Hyderabad. It's called University of Hyderabad right now. It used to be called HCU before. It's Hyderabad Central University. And prior to that, I studied bachelor's in mass communication from Loyola Academy. And prior to that, I was actually a student of science, maths, physics and chemistry, as that's what I did in intermediate. And then I realized that I have this flair for arts and creative writing and all of that, so which is why I decided to move on to this field. Obviously I had other aspirations where I really wanted to go to an IIT and all of that, but I think back then we just didn't have the right guidance, as well as the right I would say the right support system. We were not in the right financial situation to be able to fund the coaching and all of that, so I had to that had to take a back seat. I know I'm not giving any excuses, but yeah, so I have a master's degree in communication and media studies, and I have a bachelor's in mass communication. But I have worked with a couple of newspapers before, but right now I work in IT. I work as a technical writer. I'm a senior content writer or a technical content writer at an IT product company, and so what I basically do is I write guides, and I write FAQs about how to use a product. So there's a lot going on about how I understand the products and all of that. I've worked with multiple companies. This is, I think, my fourth job or fourth company or fifth company actually since the time I graduated, and it has been a great journey. It's a career that I would never give up. I really love it and evolve. It's a role that has been evolving for quite some time, and I see it only evolving a lot more. If you guys want to know more about what I do in my career and how I got into it, you could ask me questions, or you could just DM me on Instagram, or I could do a dedicated video as talking about how you can grow in your career. I'm not sure if I'm someone who can counsel you, but I can tell you about my journey, how I jumped jobs, how I, just basic stuff that might help you out. So yeah, that's about my qualifications and about my job. Now moving on to the concealer, I have the most iconic, I don't know, in my entire life I've never used this, but I have the most iconic Instant Age Rewind concealer. I feel like this is a little bit light for me, but I also have the LA Pro Conceal HD Pro Concealer, which is a little bit darker. So I'm gonna try and use that. Yeah, this is very, very light for me. I think all these days I never wanted to use this is because I don't like the applicator. I feel like it gets too messy, but I've never really held this in my hand, and it feels quite nice actually, feels quite luxurious, except for this one. I think it feels a little bit unhygienic. Now this is very, very light for me, so I'm just gonna go into my inner corners, and now I'm gonna go back in with my LA Pro Conceal. I've actually used this one before and I used to absolutely love it, and I have this in the shade Toffee, and I think I previously used the same shade as well. So I'm just gonna add that. Okay, yeah, that works, I guess. Because now I absolutely love this applicator. It's like a brush applicator, and it's really nice. It just doesn't get messy. My hands on this after like couple of years. I think the last time I had that one was about 2 years ago, 2018 rather, I guess. Oh yeah, that is really, really nice. I love it actually. While I blend out my concealer, I'm just gonna answer the next question. The next question I have is, what is your motivation? I think this is a very generic question, but I get very worked up or anxious when I'm not doing something. Like, say for example, I actually took a day off today, supposed to be working, but I've been so anxious since morning. I feel like I wanted to rest, because I've been a little tired and all of that, and I was like, okay, I have a day off, but I just couldn't sleep, and I was like, oh, I might just do something good with my time. And it could just not even be that I need to do something productive or something, even if it's like watching something that would give me some knowledge, like some educational videos or some documentaries about something where I'm actually trying to retain some kind of knowledge. Yeah, I really enjoy that. So I think that is what motivates me. I'll give you an example. When I was back in school and college, I was actually good with my grades, pretty good with my grades, and I used to actually achieve that without putting in a lot of effort. I wouldn't say I was a hard worker, but it just used to come naturally to me. But then if I feel like I didn't know something, I would just out of fear of what am I going to do in that exam hall for like 3 hours or 2.5 hours. I think that fear used to drive me. I didn't want to be idle, sitting there not doing anything, sitting there and I'm not gonna look into the walls and the answers are going to come to me. They have to be there, so I have to study for that, right? So that fear of just sitting there, I didn't want to sit idle in an exam hall. I think that used to drive me to study for an exam, and in that process, of course, I used to be good at retaining what I've studied, and I think I did not put a lot of effort in studying. I would stay up all night and all of that when I had exams, but I would not put a lot of effort. I would say that if I had worked harder, I would definitely say this, if I had really worked harder, I would have been a bigger achiever right now, I guess. I'm not saying I regret anything that I do, but I feel like I could have achieved a lot more, but I knew how to relax and not be the extreme hard worker, like toil myself to do stuff and all that. So I think even now it's like that. So if I want to not create a video, if I want to not if I'm feeling demotivated, I would just let it go. I wouldn't be like, oh my god, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. And I don't give into that competitive spirit about, oh, everybody's posting something, let me post something or whatever. But I think that was the basis of my YouTube channel, where I just wanted to talk about what I do, and if it adds value to someone, it does. And yeah, so that is what motivates me, just the fact that I want to be able to do something every day. And even if it's cooking, even if it's watching something or whatever, so even if it's creating videos, so that's what motivates me. And on days when I don't have work, I get really worked up even more, where I want to feel like, oh yeah, today's a day off, let me do something else, like something else that could add value to my existence, or something that could add value, something that could be beneficial to me or to others. So yeah, that's what motivates me. Moving on to the powder, I actually have this one from MyGlamm Lit Radiant Matte Compact. I actually got this in a very lighter shade. I think it kind of blends into everything really well. I'm just going to use this to highlight, or I'm just going to use this to set my concealer. I'm using this Charlotte Tilbury brush. I hate how this smells. I remember there was a Maybelline or something. There was another powder which used to smell just like this. It smells so plasticky. I don't like it at all. But I think it's doing really good. I love this mirror. It's nice and big. Like there's no border or anything to it. It's not hindering my view. It's nice and big. And I think it's doing a really good job. So, and yeah, it doesn't feel light, or it doesn't have a lot of coverage or anything, and it feels really nice. I like it. Next question I have here is, what's your favorite part of makeup? I think lipsticks and base makeup. Like, I mean, I cannot do without a good foundation, I guess. I'm not saying that I'm addicted to like full coverage, or it's not like I have to cover some stuff up or something, but I really love doing my base. Like a good base is everything in a makeup. I mean, you could be wearing like the best of eye looks or whatever, but if your base is wrong, then everything looks awful, is what I feel. So I feel like, which is why you see me using a lot of foundations, and I really love to experiment with new foundations, and I love how foundations like blend with other foundations, and I love a good base. So I think the base routine is my jam. That's probably my most favorite part of makeup. I have a brow product which is an affordable option. I actually didn't purchase anything. Let me know in the comments which ones are great. I know that the Miniso ones are really nice because one of my earlier flatmates used to use it and I really like it. So I'm just going to use the Huda Beauty Balm Brows to set my brows. I have to... I feel like the older one that I had from Maybelline Fit Me was a little bit ashy on me. It was a little cool toned on me, and this one is nice and warm. I like it. So moving on. Yeah, the next question that is here is, what got you into makeup? I don't think I was ever into makeup until I started working and I started earning my own money. And to actually be candid, I could not afford, makeup. I could not afford like anything luxury or anything, whatever. Whatever pocket money I used to get used to be enough just for me to travel, get back home, and just the basic stuff. And I used to travel a lot by bus and all of that. But when I got into the corporate world, I started wearing lipstick because I felt like I need to look presentable and I'm working, so I need to look put together and not shabby. So whenever I used to go to work in the corporate world, I felt like you have a certain image in your head, right? That, oh, okay, working professionals, like, you should be dressed in business formals, business casuals or whatever. So I took that very seriously, and just wearing clothes will not make you look put together. How you tame your hair, how you present yourself, first of all, how you tame your hair, how you do your face, how do you look. All of that matters. If you're going to wear good clothes and still look like you just got out of bed, that's not going to look great. So I took that very seriously, and I realized that the moment I started doing myself up, I feel like I took myself more seriously. Like, I felt more confident rather. And I felt like a lot of people also approached me that way, that, I'm talking to someone who can carry herself. And it gradually moved on to that. And I wouldn't say that I was really good or was really skilled back then. All I used to do was just wear a bit of foundation or a skin tint and wear like a powder to set it all in place, and just lipstick and eyeliner. That is what I used to do for years together. That is when I was doing shoots, doing photo shoots and all that. So I started wearing my own makeup, and I realized that because I'm dark skinned, I was very comfortable with the way I used to put on my own makeup. So when I started going out for shoots, and when somebody else would put makeup on me, I would be so disappointed because they would make me look lighter, or they would not put the right shade of blush, they would not put the right shade of lipstick, and I absolutely hated it, which is when I realized that, oh my god, I need to get better at putting on my own makeup. That is what got me into makeup, I guess. Yeah. Eyes are all set. I'm going to be using the bite-sized eyeshadow palette. I mean, this is really bite-sized, okay? Like, it's so cute and nice. So I'm just going to use this. I have this in the shade. Is that the shade? It's called Carnival Candy. And yeah, it's got a very nice blue. I was really intrigued by this. This is the only shimmer shade. So let's just see how that's going to turn out, because I feel like it might not go with this outfit, but yeah, I wanted to try it. So I'm not gonna go over how I'm gonna create this look, just going to answer a few questions. Answering the next question, and that is, what are the top 3 YouTube channels that you watch? So I think this is a very generic question, but I'm just gonna talk about top 3 YouTube, content creation channels. I think my top 3 content creators are Alana, absolutely love her, Alana Davison. I'm going to tag all of them down below or leave their links below. And I also really love Jamie Genevieve, who was the owner of the brand Vive, and you guys must have seen I have used her products. I mean, I have purchased her products. I absolutely love her. And also I also love, like, there are so many actually. I love Michelle Wong. I really love her recommendations, and she's like the queen of luxury makeup. But then I think I love Julia Adams, I love Jamie Page, I love who's that, I love Daisy Cash, and I also love Sona Gasparian. Is that what's her name? Yeah, she is the owner of Persona Cosmetics. I love her. And yeah, there are a lot of creators who I love, but I think the top 3 are Alana. I think Alana is more about her personality. Like, she does a lot of makeup content, but she also does a lot of vlogs. I love her vlogs. I also absolutely love Coco Beauty and Nuri Ana. Both of them, their content is amazing. And among the Indian YouTubers, I absolutely love Ankita, Coralista blog. And I used to be a huge fan of Anam, but not anymore. But I really would like to review her lipsticks, and let's see how that goes if I get my hands on them. Yeah. But the next question is, who do you think is the most overrated YouTuber? I think this is one of the honest YouTuber tag questions. Of course, this is not an honest YouTuber tag. This is just like a get to know me tag. But I really want to answer that question. I feel like the most overrated YouTuber, I think, in India, I'm gonna keep it to India. I hate, first of all the family YouTube channels, and I think Sarah Sarosh. I feel like she's a tad bit problematic. Like I'm glad the way she grew with her Nika video and all of that, but I feel like she's a bit problematic, and yeah, and like I just don't vibe with her personality. Like she milks a certain thing way too much is what I feel. And she's very clickbaity also when she says I did this at 22, I did this at 22, I did all of that. I feel like she's a bit problematic. That's it. I think she's probably the most overrated YouTuber. I like she's yeah, she's overrated. Among the other YouTubers, I love Akanksha Kombirelli. She is amazing. I love her content, and yeah, that's it. The next question I have is how do I manage my work and my content? I usually film my content like early in the morning or late in the night, and because through the day I'm just working, which is why you see I'm not so active on my Instagram these days. Like, I don't take my Instagram too seriously. I have two accounts right now, but the second account is just like a product photography account where I just share my love for makeup. So I just share product photos of makeup. My current account that I have, I don't really pay a lot of attention to it. So yeah, I mean, I don't take too much pressure about creating content and all of that. So my first priority is my work. So I start my day around 9:30, 10. I make breakfast and I sit down to work. And if I have to film a video and I haven't done it the previous day or something, then I just wake up early and I start filming at around 8ish. And then if I'm done with it, I'll edit it through the day. Like, I'll take a break from work and edit it and just upload it. If not, then I just film it the previous day and just, get done with it. And work comes first. So sometimes you'll see me working like till 12:31. So if I have a lot of work, then I just like videos take a back seat for me. So managing work and all of that is not a big deal, but I have a lot of other things to do, like cooking and visiting my parents when my parents are sick, just taking care of them. I think that kind of takes a toll on me. And if my parents are sick, my that's my first priority. I give even of course beyond my job, right? So if my parents are unwell, then I would do any I would go to any lengths to actually be there to support them. And yeah, so my what I'm trying to say is, how do I manage it is because my priorities are set. Like, if I don't upload a video, I don't get what do you call it? I don't get worked up. But if I'm doing something and I'm occupied and I know that I have work which needs more attention, then yeah, I will just pay attention to that. Somebody asked me, is there anything that they should know about me that they don't know? I don't know. If you have to know about it, um, then you will. I don't think right now there is anything. Is this even pigmented? Should I use my finger? The next question I think was if I'm planning to create any more, any different content. I don't know what you mean by that, but right now, no, I do want to create more fashion content. I feel like this YouTube channel has become more, of makeup content. I do want to create more fashion content. I think now that I'm going out often, and I do want to create more fashion content about styling and all of that. Okay, this is really not working and it looks a little patchy to me. I'm going to be creating a lot of reviews, vlogs, and makeup content, just tutorials and stuff. But I do want to create more fashion content, which I am not being doing. But apart from that, nothing else. So yeah, as of now, that's just the plan. Yeah, that's it. I am going to be creating like a matte inner corner. So I'm just going to go over this shade. And well, the next question that someone asked me is the things that I cannot leave the house without. I can't leave the house without my car keys, my phone, and my a couple of lipsticks. I always carry a couple of lipsticks with me because yeah, I'm So I'm just trying to create a halo eye, but my inner corner is matte and light, and the outer corner is dark and whatever, and then in the center I have a blue. So yeah, those are the things that I cannot leave the house without. That is my phone, my car keys, and my house keys. And I don't always carry a charger with me, but and a couple of lipsticks if it's about makeup, and that's it. I cannot leave the house without these. And of course a sanitizer and my mask right now. This is post-COVID, so yeah. Just finished my eye makeup. I used an eyeliner. I did my lower lashes. I don't know if you can see the blue. It's got a little bit hint of blue. I have this Lakme Iconic kajal that I used, and I smudged it out with the brown that was in the bite-sized palette. We're all done with the eyes. I'm just going to use a mascara. For mascara, I am going to be using my only favorite. I'm going to be using my only drugstore favorite, the Voluminous Lash Paradise. This is the waterproof one. I'm not a fan of waterproof mascaras, but this one I don't mind because it is so efficient in what it does. And while I'm doing that, let me answer the next question. What's your favorite brand of makeup? Like I mentioned, like on my channel, I want to make people aware of what luxury products are, what's good, what's not good, because I feel like there's not a lot of reviewers in the Indian community, and sometimes you need references for that. So I do try out a lot of products, but I must say I really love Charlotte Tilbury. I love, like, every product is so consistent. If you had asked me like a couple of years ago, I would have said Fenty Beauty, but Charlotte Tilbury I think is so much more like a much more mature makeup brand. I feel like Fenty Beauty is like somewhere in the middle out there, like where it's trying to cater to like teenage audiences as well as like beyond 28 women. But I think Charlotte Tilbury is like such a much more mature brand where every product actually works for my skin, for my maturing skin as well. I think probably why I really like it. If you're someone who's around my age, then I think you would appreciate the brand as well. Now for the face, I have this palette. This is the MyGlamm highlighter, blush and bronzer palette. This is what it looks like. I don't know if the bronzer is going to work on my skin, but I'm going to try it out and just see if it works, because I don't think it will work, but let me just show you. It just looks like powder actually. So I feel like this brush already has some pigment, so I'm just going to use that from my other bronzers. I think it's my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, but this one has a nice sheen to it, so I guess that is working fine. I hate the fact that it gets so dirty on the other side. Yeah, so the next question that I have is, do I have any tattoos? I do not believe in tattoos for whatever reasons, and I don't have any of them. I'm just gonna use the shade from this palette as a blush. I feel like they're too chalky is what I feel like. I'm just trying to touch, and let's just touch here and there's still fallout. I'm just not even like trying to swirl my brush, but there is a lot of fallout, and yeah. Actually looks nice and blurring. I like this mirror though. Yeah, that looks really nice. There's so much of powder everywhere here and I hate it. So the next question I have is, do I keep in touch with my exes? I used to keep in touch with my exes, but I don't anymore. At least like the one that I used to keep in touch with, my last ex, actually I don't, because I'm going to be very candid here and say that my ex actually came from a very affluent family, and it didn't matter for a long time that I was friends with him and all of that. But I think through COVID he actually got married, and during COVID I think he had like this extravagant wedding, which was kind of glaring when people are, for me at least, like I'm no one to judge him. If it was anyone, I would have thought the same thing, that was it required? Like, it's not because of my ex, or maybe because it was my ex, it was a bit more aggravated or whatever, but the little respect that I had still was lost. And I mean, it's up to them, but when you're rich, you can do anything, right? So that kind of hit me, and I felt really, really, I felt that indifference that is there just because you have access to money was right in front of me. And yeah, so now I don't keep in touch with him much. And yeah, I always believe in the fact that you can actually keep a healthy relationship with your exes, unless you have a problem with the moral standards, I think. So yeah, we are no one to judge, but I'm not judging him or anything, but it just doesn't match up to my standards. So I'd rather not. Like, if I wouldn't be friends with such a person, so I'm not gonna just keep in touch just because I had something with them. So yeah, I think, yeah, staying friends with exes is okay, but do what suits you. If it doesn't make you happy, if it doesn't serve any purpose in your life, then don't. That's it. So yeah, that's the makeup all done. Now I'm gonna do my lips. And for lips, I think those are all my questions all done. And I think somebody wanted to know if I'm single or not. No, I'm not single, I am seeing someone. And that's the last of the questions that I have. So for my lips, I have the MyGlamm Lit Matte Lip Liner, and this is in the shade Yeet, and I feel like this is a nice shade. I hope it's just creamy enough. Okay, I absolutely love how it glided on my lips. It feels a little bit drying, but I think this is the best thing that I used so far in my whole makeup, except for the foundation. I love the foundation and I love the lip liner, but I'm really loving how the makeup look actually turned out. It looks really, really nice. And for the lips, actually, I have two options. These are the MyGlamm Ultimate Long Stay Matte Lipsticks. I was really intrigued by these, and let me just swatch them for you and we will see what they look like. I have one in the shade Cougar. This is what it looks like. It's a bit too pinkish, and this is the other one. This is, oh my god, this is a great shade. I think it'll go well with the lip liner. This is in the shade Fury. I'm gonna go in with this shade. Lipstick all done. I love the shade. I think it looks nice, but it's nice and matte, and it's a little dry, but it's not uncomfortable. I really, really like that. I love the shade. This is the shade Fury. Absolutely love it. So that's the finished look. I think the best part of the makeup was the foundation and the lips and the highlighter. Actually, I do really like the highlighter that was in this one. So yeah, that's the finished look, you guys. I'm just gonna pop some jewelry and be back. So yeah, that's the finished look, you guys. I really love the lipstick. I love the foundation. I think it worked really well. For people who've asked me to use the Maybelline Fit Me, I'm glad that they've added more shades, and I'm so satisfied with this shade. I like the concealer as well. I think it looks flawless. I think the shade was a little bit light for me, but the mixing with the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD concealer was great. I love the eyeshadows as well. I think they worked really well. The highlighter, I was not very happy with the blush because it was a little bit chalky. The bronzer as well, it didn't suit my skin tone, but on the whole, I think the whole look turned out really, really nice. and do let me know how you like this look. And I hope this was a nice and fun video trying to get to know me. And if you have any more questions, please drop them down below in the comment section and I will answer them for you, or you can also ask me on my Instagram. And yeah, that's all for this video. Thank you for joining me with my get ready with me for my birthday. I'm gonna be heading out in some time, so that was fun to sit down with you guys and get ready. And I hope to be doing some more of these get ready with me videos. Let me know what you would like to see on my channel next. And that's all for this video. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And yeah, that's all. I will see you guys in another video pretty soon. Bye.